Hey, welcome to the mastermind. We'll give it a moment for a few people to jump on. Let's see, perfect. Hi, Serena, welcome. We'll give it a couple minutes and see for people to jump on. Awesome, Hayden, welcome. We got our Aussie team in the house. All right, there might be some other people joining us, but yeah, welcome. Nice to see you, Serena. Nice to see you, Hayden. Hope you guys are doing well.
You too, mate.
How's things?
Things is good.
Good.
Ticking along. How about you?
Yep. Same. Keeping very busy.
No doubt.
So I've got a few updates on my side, and I also want to also let you guys know you can bring whatever questions you want to the table, so that you know, I could give you a little mini mastermind here, because it's a small little group. We've been having more like 15, 20 people turn out, so maybe there's some kind of worldly event that's happening. Everybody's participating. Yes, one of the big things was that we've got brand new, and I'm going to show you guys, starting next week, there's going to be a new webinar. Have you gotten a chance to watch the Opportunity webinar? The one that we do live Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yes.
Cool. Well, moving forward next week, we're going to switch it over. Here is your resource center, and underneath the links, there's a section called websites. And under websites, there is, and I'll explain these different things here. The top three are the different landing pages that you obviously have to work with. And landing page number 1 and number 2 are under construction, and I've seen the final templates today. They look pretty good. So those will be replaced in the next 24 to 48 hours. Landing page number 3 is up and running and working great. And so those are the 3 top ones: landing page 1, 2, and 3. This one right here is your enrollment page. So that's when someone has wants to buy the $99 membership. Maybe they've watched the webinar, maybe you've been in correspondence with them. You know, there's a process. They haven't bought right away watching the webinar. There's been a little bit more time, and then they come to the conclusion, or they have the call with somebody, and they're like, great, you know, sign me up. That's the direct enrollment page that you can send them for the 99 bucks, which is great. Here is your replay page. So when we do the auto-responding emails that go out to everybody, they'll have the live link and then also the replay link. So when we give people the replay link, this is the one. It's going to have the best version of the webinar listed in here. And here, I'll open this up so you can see that. And it's basically your inside page, right? So you can send that to a person. They could click on, watch this. They could also connect to you on Facebook, Instagram, and if they're ready to get started, they can purchase their membership right here. So that's the replay that will go out to everybody. And if someone asked you, hey, I'd love to see the replay, you could send them this page directly. It's tagged to you if they buy or anything. That's all in the system, so super easy. And then this is our new live webinar page. So everybody, you're going to have this in your back office. So everybody's going to have their own individual page. So this is what we're going to send out in all the auto mails. So if you had somebody who, who's opted in and they're like, hey, you know what, I'm available. I want to watch the webinar tonight. You could send them this link. And what will happen is whenever we go live, and we'll stream it from our Zoom through YouTube, and then YouTube's going to show up in here. And it's going to be from the Digital Republic YouTube page. And so they'll be able to watch the webinar. They can also make it big, and they'll be connected to YouTube. And they'll also have the opportunity, if they like it at the end, the call to action will be, join the community. If they click on that, they go right to the $99 enrollment page. So that's going to be really great, because we've been doing the Zoom webinars, but there hasn't been that easy call to action at the end. We've needed to get a few things organized on our side and the team to build this webinar page. So that is going to start happening next week. I was testing it out today. We'll do the Zoom webinar, same format tomorrow, but next week we're going to move over to this, and I'm going to change all of the autoresponder emails so that if you read them, there's kind of two links I provide. One is, access this for the live webinar. So they're going to be able to access this link here. And then the replay link is going to be here, which is your page that has the replay sitting right here. So that's going to be a great change for all of us. I was really looking forward to making these changes in the system. So that's going to be all live next week. Does that make sense, Hayden? Does any questions around that?
Yeah, that sounds good. So it'd be a good idea to tune in on Tuesday. Tuesday evening your time, right?
Yeah, well, it'll be the exact same time for you right now. What time is it there?
It's 11 a.m. today. It's Thursday, 11 a.m. right now. So that'd be Wednesday, 11 a.m. our time. Yeah.
So basically the events for you guys are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 a.m. So that's Wade's event. On Monday is your Tuesday. And then the opportunity webinars are going to be your Wednesday and Friday. And then the mastermind is Thursday, 11 a.m.
Could I have a
cool.
quick the opportunity webinar?
Yeah, go for it, Serena.
Is it something that we really should keep up to scratch with in terms of keep watching the newer versions, or is it similar kind of version each time?
Yeah, it's similar versions each time. To support the business, since we're all just getting this up and going, the more people we have on the opportunity webinar, the better. This is going to make it easier because the Zoom is a little bit clunky getting people in and out of it. So this is literally, it's just one link people need. So that's really easy to access. People will be able to access it from their back office or all of our prospects and leads just by clicking the emails. And you can also essentially you could put it on your Facebook page, but it'd be better to have them opt in so that they're getting all the emails and they get the link through the emails first, rather than just watching the webinar because you don't grab their contact information and they're not on the autoresponder series. So we would suggest, the best method of operation in your business, try to make it to one of those webinars a week.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And you'll see, Wade and I we knew it would take us probably about a month to kind of perfect a really good one. We like how it's gone. It's also a little bit of like learning the content and then also perfecting the technology side of that. So we'll probably have a little bit more next week, a little bit of a learning curve, but with just the new version. But we like the content. We feel like it's good. And really the philosophy there is, you know, if you look at what Facebook wants, it doesn't want to promote like business opportunities, but it wants to promote education and being social. So the landing pages and the theme of the webinar is to give away, inviting people to check out free content that shows them how to start an online business, right? And so rather than, hey, we want to sell you our online business, it's okay to make the offer at the end, but you really want to provide kind of high value content so people could after 45 minutes of watching the webinar be like, hey, you know what? I now know what it takes to start an online business. I now know that there's these different options, kind of the price, what I should be looking for. And they could literally take the information from the webinar and go figure it out themselves. Or they could, step two, instead of doing it themselves, they could come join us, right? So the first 45 minutes is really about providing that information. And the last 15 minutes is about saying, hey, instead of doing it yourself, why don't you come join us? And so that's the theme of the webinars, and also the how we want to like position the landing page. So it's really inviting people to learn more about becoming a digital entrepreneur or starting their own digital career, however you want to word it. Right. When you say yeah. So so
can I ask
go ahead.
Just briefly. So you were just saying before the landing pages 1, 2, and 3 are functional. I've just switched from 1 to 3 last week, which is /lifestyle.com.
Yes.
Sorry. /lifestyle. So
just to be clear, page 1 and page 2 are still under construction. They're up and running. Like I can click on this. They're here. Oh, page not found. They're actually fixing it up.
Okay.
So,
so 3 is good.
3 is good.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I've got it up on my. I don't know if you saw it. I've got it on my my personal Instagram page now, which is different from Native Water. So I've got that link in my Instagram bio.
Okay. Should we? Cool. So and do you have the Digital Republic link, or did you brand it with a special domain?
The Digital Republic link.
What's your name on Instagram?
At the moment, it's still The Outside Dog. One word.
The Outside Dog. Right there. Hey.
So I'm about to change that over today.
Yep.
But at the moment, I've just been, tidying it up.
Are you thinking of doing a domain for yourself and then forwarding?
I thought about it.
Yeah.
What do you think? I thought about it.
Well, I think it always works. Like on, we've got ours, creelandkristen.com. We also have another one that's like whereawesomethinghappen.com. We've got another one, creelhutchinson.com, when I do like my own branding stuff. So it kind of looks good when you have like, oh, okay, you've got your own little brand here, and they click on that and then they go to this. So this will work, and the other way will work too. It's an option if you want to build a bigger brand and lifestyle around, whatever that your brand, which I would recommend your name, because it's, but great. Here, which page am I on? Yes. Cool. So that's nice work. Do you have your Facebook page, business page up and going?
Not yet, no.
No? Well, that's going to be the real key, because that kind of ties everything together. Because I'm not sure if you can market directly from Instagram without setting up your Facebook ads manager, which will need a business page.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all that stuff will get things moving faster for you.
Yep. That's, yeah.
Cool. Any questions around the training or the videos?
Not for me. Serena, do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, great. I know there's going to be a bunch of people watching the replay, so I want to take you guys through a few more information pieces. So there is, we had the first experience of this, and so now we know it. Whenever you have your monthly membership card and it doesn't rebill, so the site rebills people on the date that they signed up, and if it doesn't go through, then the site will, it's called deactivate your account, which basically means put it on pause. You will receive an email from the site saying, hey, your card didn't go through, you've got 5 days. And what they mean by the 5 days is your landing page is still out there in the world. You might even be running a Facebook ads campaign or whatever. And so your account has been deactivated, meaning it's on pause. You got to reactivate it, but nothing's lost. And then they're going to let the landing page go for another 5 days so you can have an active, still having leads come in at that time. After 5 days, they're going to turn off the landing page. Now, your account isn't lost or anything. It's always there. It's not deleted. All the leads, all your hyper wallet, all that access and information's still all in the same place. You just will need to go to the login page, and it's going to say, your account has been deactivated. Click here to reactivate. And they'll just send you through a process of, the rebilling. Maybe you have to upgrade your credit card. Maybe it's expired. A number of things can happen there. And as soon as that happens, then the whole site's active again. So we got a little worried because the word deactivate is kind of a scary topic. It's kind of a strong word. It's actually not as bad as it sounds. It just means it's paused and you can reactivate it anytime. So a few people were asking about that. It was kind of a hot topic in the support group for a little bit. Cassandra, welcome to the call. We're having a mini mastermind tonight. So great to have you on board. And I'm just going through some of kind of the top questions this week. But if you have any questions or any things you want to discuss, feel free to unmute yourself or put your hand up or even put it into the chat window, and I'm happy to take a look at it. Let's see the chat. Great, awesome. And so the new landing pages will be up and going. We'll make an announcement in the support group. We'll do a news flash and let you know when the green light. And so if you wanted to switch over to those, you could. Covered that. And oh yeah, I wanted just to acknowledge and celebrate a bunch of you guys are doing some great likes campaigns and warming up your business pages and sharing that in the group. So it's really awesome to see people taking massive action and getting their business up and going. So I just want to commend everybody. I've really appreciated seeing some of the great posts, pictures, consistency on people's pages, and social media and building an online business is a long-term strategy, right? It's a long-term game. You're not going to make it or break it in up one post, one picture, one anything, right? So it's just seeing people show up consistently in their pages and warm up their new business pages and get some content out there that you're posting it, for the 50 organic likes. You're also then advertising, once you got your page up to get more likes. You're running your likes campaigns, seen some great stuff there. And people are actually starting to even move into the advertising side. We're starting to see some really great questions. So I want to commend everybody for taking action there and getting up and going. It's been great. Look forward to much, much more of that as people kind of move from just the setup mode into the advertising. People have been asking about our split testing video, and we literally are filming it. In order to do it properly, we actually have to go through the process. So we have to gather data and do it. So it's kind of over the course of a number of days and we're gathering information and splicing it all together. So you'll have a thorough video that's one, all for one sitting. So that is coming. And also we're getting a little bit more familiar with the new CBO, the campaign budget optimization process. We were doing it a different way before, but since Facebook is going to make this mandatory for everybody starting in September 1st, we decided we should really just move over and figure it out right from day one and put that in the training. So that's all happening as we speak. But there's been a number of people that have jumped right into doing the simple ads, which is awesome. We ran that version all 2018 and had some great success. And so the information in Kristen's video, I think, is pretty straightforward. People have been asking awesome questions. And so we just want to celebrate you on taking those steps and making the business move forward. Now, of course, once we go through, you get an ad that's really feeling good, and you go through the optimization and the split testing. Eventually, you're going to end up with an ad that's got a really great headline that's been tested, a really great image, picture or video that's been tested, really great copy. So you've got your optimized ad, and then we've got actually in the group, in the support group, we've got the ad seasoning. It might be in the community group, the ad seasoning page. So what we would recommend, once you have your optimized ad, is actually to post it in your business page first, just like a regular post. And then so that you can get a little bit of organic traffic and engagement there, and people will like it because they're following you and what you're up to. You got your friends in there. You can encourage people to make some nice comments. People kind of know within the community the thing to do. And so you could make it as a regular post, and then when you go to make it into an ad, rather than making a new ad in Facebook Ads Manager, you actually just take it from the post, and we're going to show you a video of how to do that. So you just take the post that you've created, which is your ad, and you bring it through. This is a really great way to do it because it kind of looks like a normal post in the Facebook stream rather than like a sponsored ad. It has slightly different version showing up, and it works really, really well. So it kind of flies under the radar of being like a totally sponsored ad, and you've got that organic engagement that can happen right off your Facebook page. So we're gonna throw a video in down the road here and be able to show you how to do that. So you take advantage of that organic traction, which is great. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys. If you've got any questions, I got a few other talking points, but I want to make sure anything that's on your mind is getting addressed.
On that last note that you made around the Facebook, when you create a sort of post and then make that as an ad, I had a friend do that recently, and what he did is created this really cool ad. It just felt very personable. Actually, it wasn't initially an ad, like he said, it was really more of a post. And then he emailed a bunch of his friends, and he said, "Hey, if there's something in this post resonates with you, would you mind like commenting something, blah blah blah, because I'm going to make it into an ad." So actually, I thought that was a really good way of doing it because he was just really upfront with exactly what he wanted, and because he asked for specifically what he wanted and what he was doing, we felt like we were part of the process. We could add value to him. And it was just all very clear, And I thought that worked really well because he then got lots of engagement on that post and then made that into an ad. So that's something that I think I'll do as well.
Yeah, it's a great strategy. What kind of happens is when you make a post and it gets likes and comments right away, Facebook's like, oh, this is a winner. Let's give this a little bit more airtime. And it puts it forward. So it's a great way to do it. And that's why we do have the ad seasoning in the community. So once you have your optimized ad, you're like, okay, great. This is the one I'm going to like run a full campaign on. Post it there in your own business page. And then you can also take that URL. We'll show the video. You can post it in the ad seasoning so you can get some of the Digital Republic people to click into it. And that gives it a little bit more traction and boost. And then you make it into an ad. It's a really great strategy. So I'm glad you already kind of like saw someone else in action doing it and how that can look and feel. Also, when you were speaking there, it kind of encourage the idea of just thinking about the whole process of creation around social media and also our advertising. And the reality is, through this process, once you get your business page set up and all the techie stuff, and you've got that like figured out, which feels like a lot at the beginning, and then 6 weeks, 8 weeks into it, you're like, okay, great, we're past that stage. I know how Facebook Manager works. I know how I've learned a whole bunch of skills and tools in a very short period of time. And you really move into more the content creation and the creative side of this whole business, which is about, hey, getting your message, who you are, and branding yourself out into the world. And so that is an ongoing process, and you need to try stuff that's going to work really well, and then you're going to try other stuff that's not going to work at all. You're going to have some amazing ads that all of a sudden you got leads coming in immediately, and you're going to try other ones where it's like crickets. And it's about not taking it personally and just realizing every attempt and every experience gives you a little bit more data, and with that data you're able to do better things moving forward in the future. So to really stress to everybody, the advertising side, it's a creative process. There's no right way to do it. We're going to show you kind of a structure and some foundational points, which is a great place for you to get comfortable with the mechanics, also the ideas, the branding. But from there, you've got the opportunity to really expand and grow. And the more and more you lean into that on a personal level and really embrace your authentic voice, your authentic marketing, your strategy around it, your commitment to it, your consistency throughout it, and thinking outside the box and just like playing the advertising marketing game. So you turn I love saying this, you turn your wasted time on social media into a brand new digital career, right? And the time on social media is much more valuable because it has a focus. And with that focus, you can create an incredible lifestyle. So I really want to encourage, the guys who are on here, but also people that will watch this in the future, is to really, have fun with the advertising process. Don't take it too seriously. Some things are going to work, some things aren't going to work, but it's a long-term game. And the more and more you check out what we offer here in the Digital Republic, and also, when you're scrolling through Facebook or when you're on Instagram and there's ads that pop up that you really like, rather than scrolling, I start to look at it from a marketing point of view and be like, oh, wow, here's an ad that I really like, or here's an ad I don't like. But I take an extra look and say, well, what about it do I like or don't like? What's resonating? What doesn't resonate? And then I start to have a little notebook of ideas that I like. It's the creative process. You want to jot that down. And I also have a sticky note on my computer where I'll save the ads that I really like or take a screenshot of it, because I'm like, okay, great. Something in here works for me. I like it. It's maybe the languaging, the headline, the picture. It stimulates, oh, I could do something similar like that in a different way. And so you'll start to see, especially big time marketers, some of the industry leaders when it comes to personal development, online marketing, affiliate marketing, kind of the gurus and the main knowledge business people. You'll see their ads a lot. Once you start clicking on them, you get more of what you click on. And so I start to see in there what real highly trained marketers are doing and how they're presenting it. And I start to take that information and utilize it in my own marketing. So I want to encourage you guys to become marketers in that philosophy and start to embrace the information that you're seeing throughout your news feed, also on Instagram, and start extracting what you like out of that. And also, it's always awesome just to ask Google, hey, what headlines are working on Facebook these days, or what strategy does this or that? And you're always going to get a little bit more information outside of the foundational stuff that we set up in the training at the Digital Republic. So I hope that all makes sense and it gets, your creative juices flowing. And I realize that can be a lot to think about when you're just going through the beginning basic setup phase. But trust me, once you go step by step through the videos and you get through all that, you get your business page set up, you get your ads manager set up, you go through the advertising information, you start to put through a few ads, you're going to get comfortable with the mechanics. Then there's going to be this breakthrough spot where you're like, okay, great, I get how this works. Now I want it really to work for me. And you're going to get excited about like, how do I figure this out? Because you'll see that there's a tipping point because of the scalability that the digital republic and technology and online marketing can offer. If you get one really, really good ad that speaks directly to your right type of person, you're going to get a whole bunch of leads and traction in your business. And all of a sudden you can create like a mini momentum, and that can just take off. So I'm always looking like, how do I get, that creative process flowing, that I can create something that really works for me. Kristen does it for herself too, and be an authentic voice out and do it with really good marketing, that we can get a whole wave of new people, commenting, connecting on our page, and things then start to get really exciting. So I see Serena put, hey, great tips. Yeah, let's have fun with it. See. Cool. You guys have any questions or things that you'd like a little bit more explanation on at this point?
Not from me at this point.
Great. Hayden, I encourage you to just keep going through the training and get your Facebook page set up. I think you should go with branding yourself.
Yep. Yeah, that's my plan.
Yeah. And make a whole, because we had talked before and you had some great ideas of just like, that entrepreneurial nomadic journey that you embraced and want to share with other people to, change their lives. So really wrapping that up into, your style.
Yeah, I'm just going to figure out the best way to package that so that I get it right the first time without tweaking it too much in the future.
Okay, awesome. And I see Cassandra saying, hey, I'm going to join today. Awesome. Well, Cassandra, it's so funny because I'm like, well, how did you get this link if you're not already part of the team? So maybe that's an oopsie on our side, but I love it. You are part of the whole journey and have been for years anyway, so it's perfect. Kristen, we invite you. Awesome. Yeah, jump in and take a look at what we have on the inside so you can really, see what it's all about. Serena saying, yay, to jump in. It's the way. It feels really good because all the autoresponder are working. We had a little trouble last week, so it's perfect. And that can give everybody confidence just to be able to give their link out to, lots of people and invite them to jump on board, because you will get all those lead notifications in your system. And you'll also be able to track that in your back office in the contact manager. Hayden, did you have a question there? No. Cool. Okay. Well, I didn't have anything really else planned for the evening. Where there was we did a big one last week and the week before, and since I have you guys here, all of the information is stored in the training area of all the previous masterminds. There was a really good one we did 2 weeks ago, which was a full overview of everything that happens inside the business. And so you definitely want to check that one out. I'm also thinking of just putting it in the training system. But yeah, it's right here. The mastermind replays are going to be the top resource. Right underneath it, if you haven't checked out any of Wade's Monday nights, his No BS rant, the replays are going to be right here as well. And we continue to do some big work behind the scenes, making the site and everything run smoother and getting everything up to speed. Our goal is by July 1st, it's like we're running along smoothly and really starting to kind of turn the corner on the launch mode and as we move into summertime. So great to have you all on here. Just need to get on and start playing with the system. Exactly, Cassandra. Serena, Hayden, any final comments or any questions you guys have? No. Digital Republic related or anything, really.
All good at the moment. Thanks so much, Kirill.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all good. Thanks for that. I'm going to just keep ticking along with everything and make sure it's all just chipping away at getting it set up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the YouTube platform next week. Should be interesting to see how that works in comparison to Zoom.
Yeah, I think it will be one of the, the real motivations for us was it's really it's powerful whenever you can live people are watching it and then they have an immediate call to action, which is like click the button below to buy. Right, so this eliminates any follow-up or any other lag time in getting someone who's interested and excited to take that step, and it can happen right there on the spot, and it's leaded towards everyone. So we've known from day one that we wanted that. We just needed to kind of do a proper series of events so that it works smoothly for us, and so we're there. So yeah, I would love to get your feedback on it whenever you see it and how it kind of looks on your end. We've got it connected to the Digital Republic YouTube channel. So there will also be some other public videos that people would be able to access afterwards if they wanted more information. And in the future, we'll have some great promo videos all in there too. So that will be all part of people, that they can click around and find out a little bit more information there. Cool.
Sounds promising.
Yeah. Okay, so on this note, I think I'll just wrap it up here, guys. We'll just have it a little bit shorter this week. I want to appreciate you guys for showing up. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the day for our Serena and Hayden Down Under. Cassandra, can't wait to see you on the inside in the support group and beyond. And anything I can do to help, just reach out and we'll do the best we can. So have a wonderful evening, everybody, and we'll see you online soon.
Thanks very much. Catch you next week.
Awesome. Great.
Thank you, Creel. I'm sorry, I had to take a call in the middle of this with my son.
It's all good.
Going through some medical stuff, but I'm excited to get joined. I was actually trying to join today, and I was having trouble getting the links because some of the links weren't working that I was getting. So, but anyways, I got into this mastermind.
Yeah. Hey, did you end up getting the enrollment link from Wade and Krista?
I know they'll send it to me. I tried to look back in the past emails that I got from them and go into the webinar and stuff, and I couldn't get the links. The buttons weren't working, so I don't know what was going on. Something might have just been. It's just one of those days.
It is one of those days. No
I can
worries.
see people. I can see people are joining, so I know it works.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
So then we'll see you on the inside.
We'll see you on the inside for sure. Thanks, Creel.
You're welcome. All the best. Bye.
Okay, bye.